Alright, today I have an iPhone here. This one came in as no power from another shop. But yeah, I got the meter software here. Paul Daniels. Meter software. And I got a cable hooked up to it. So we're gonna see what we're getting on the amperage. See what's happening. And you can see it gets 5 volts and cuts off, shorts out, cuts off, shorts out. So that's a pulse right there. Something shorting out. Just by the rhythm. If you can look right here. See the rhythm? Alright, so that's all like shield, so alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug this in. Okay, you see that? I think I spotted it, you guys. Look right here. I'm gonna plug it in now. I thought that was reflection, but I was like, no, let's go back over that and try to get that in focus. It's kind of hard to plug this in and hold this. Look at that heating up right there. See how it's pulsing too? Disconnect the power. The power is disconnected. Yeah, I'm getting too many reflections. Alright, here we go. One more time. I'm gonna plug it in. It's glowing like a Christmas tree. See it pulsing? That's every time we see that right up here. This microscope camera is this flare camera is impressive. Let me tell you that. There we go, one more time. Every time it's pulsing. What could that be? It's like right there, kind of like in the center of that screw, up a little bit, right underneath that shield. Man, I didn't want to remove no shield. But yeah, we're gonna have to take the board out. I figured I'd see pulsing somewhere. It's always good when you get a pulsing MacBook or an iPhone. See which one gets hot. Now is it the chip? You can see the circuitry in the chip. Wow, that's neat. No way. Are you guys seeing that? That is totally awesome. I mean, it looks like it starts on one of the capacitors, but you can see, look at the chip diagram. The traces inside the chip. Somehow the camera's able to see through that dye packet. The shiny surface. I don't know how that is. You can see I'm moving just a little bit. The dye packet's not changing. That's pretty interesting, pretty detailed. Oh. Might be the chip. Alright, so we got this preheated. Remove this audio IC again. Oh, I don't get my temperature real quick. What's all that crud on there? What the hell? Where'd that stuff come from? What is that stuff? I don't want to knock this out of the way. I want to kind of do a clean lift on this. Alright, so I got less than a half a volt here. I got the flare camera set up. I'm gonna inject some voltage into this and we're gonna see. Alright, so that beep beep noise, that's where we're on ground there. So this side's going to be positive. Okay, so I'm over here injecting some voltage in here. This is hard to get on camera for you guys. Well, you can see we got this little capacitor right here too. So if we tap that one, you see how this one's heating up, obviously because we're injecting voltage into that line. But you can see this this middle cap glow. See how the middle cap's glowing? So that's going to tell me that it's most likely the middle cap. So let's remove that middle cap. Alright, so we got that heated up. What we're going to do is we're going to remove that capacitor. You can see it looks like a little crack in there. I'm not sure if that's it or not, but we're going to remove it. Looks like a crack going this way. Kind of few. Yeah, I'm getting a little angle so I can pick this up. Alright, we got it removed. Set that guy aside. Let's see if our short is cleared. Aha! We got our short cleared, you guys. Wow. It was that stinking capacitor right there. Here we go. We have no more short. Awesome. Cool. Alright, yeah, thinking that it's the audio IC, but it wasn't the audio IC. It was that capacitor. Now let's go back to that capacitor over here that we set aside. So let's see if this is a short. Yep, that's our guy. Wow, so that was a crack, that little line going through. See, we're on top of Captain Tape, so I get a good connection. I don't know what's up with these. Yeah, it's a dead short. It's one stinking capacitor. Wow. Alright. Kind of want to know if that blew out the other audio IC. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reball the other IC. Alright, so what we're going to do is reball the original audio IC. Oh yeah, this one was a tricky one because you know you thought it was the audio IC. I mean, I was gonna wanna remove some of those capacitors, but unfortunately I don't have the schematic for this one. I didn't even bother looking for it, but I know I have all the other ones. Alright. That looks a lot better. Alright, we just need to clean this gunk off. How do we forget one ball there? Really? It boiled. Looks like another one too. I don't understand that, but okay. There we go. And we got our black gunk off of there. Off here. So we got some gunk there. Look on the corner. Stuff really doesn't want to come off. Alright. So we got our audio IC. This stencil matches up right here. So we'll use this one. Lay some paste down. This stuff's really liquidy. Hold this down with some tweezers. There we go. Want to blow on it. Make sure it's solid. Hook that up. There we go. Audio IC is out. We have a little solder ball there on the side. Take that out. Man, I haven't all ICs like this for a while. Alright. That's reballed. That's ready to go back on. Alright, so what I could do is I could pull off one of those other caps and test the value on that. That's what I'm going to probably do, but I'll probably look it up, a schematic, and find another one to replace. But for right now, what we're going to do is see if it'll power up. We got the preheater on. We're going to come with a little bit of heat. This is the soldering iron. Alright. Alright, there we go. That's good enough. Alright, I'm gonna let this cool down. I'm gonna add a little bit of flux here. Okay, we're gonna have to get our chip going the right way. Just like that. Okay, now we want to get this in the spot. It'll flow itself in place. Alright, that looks good right there. Let's roll with that. Turn on the heater. Bottom heater on. We're just going to come in and cover this man a little bit more. Well, it should float into place. But it's kind of in place somewhat, so not going to really move that much, unfortunately. Alright, there it goes. Yep, see how it just sat down? Now we're just going to nudge it. Alright, that's on there. Now we're going to just let that cool down. Finding out the short would be difficult, so we pulled off the IC, tested for shorts, and we were getting short on this capacitor, this capacitor, this capacitor, this capacitor, which I haven't pulled up a board view or schematic on this, so I don't know what side it's ground. But by the power meter, my power meter, it will detect shorts when it's just connected to ground, the same path of the ground, if it's not another dead short to ground. So sometimes it can be difficult with the power supply that I have finding shorts, because it'll go into a safety protection mode and it won't send out the amperage or the voltage. But we were able to probe this by soldering a ground wire to a shield and then probing this with an actual power lead. And I wouldn't know which side these capacitors were going to be on, but or what short it would be on these capacitors. But going back over here to this far little one over here, obviously this would get hot. But these two wouldn't get it hot, as you can see in the recording. But these did, this center one did get hot. And it kind of looked like there was a kind of like a little crack line. I never spotted that before, so now we just got to put it back in the housing and test it. I'm pretty sure it's going to boot now. We'll test and see if we have any shorts here right now. Nope. See, we're getting a normal reading. That reading's going to be a little low right now because it's heated up right now. It's got to cool down. But once that's done cooling down, we'll be back and we'll test it in the housing and see if we get an Apple logo. Alright, so I just put the housing in there. We got that cap off of there. I want to see what our pattern is on our boot now. So let's throw a screen on it. Ooh, that's hot. Alright. Yeah, because I got to replace that capacitor, put the shield back on, do just a little bit of cleaning up. Alright. The question is what we're going to get on the meter here now. Are we going to get the pulsing on off, which detected a short. Then removing the IC, then I had a constant short at 200. So we found that capacitor. But here we go. Let's see if it boots. We get an Apple logo. Okay, that's good. There we go. We got a battery symbol. Woohoo! She kicked in overdrive. I'll clean it up. And I'll have to resolder that shield on there. Put it all back together and then test it. There we go. We got an Apple logo. Apple logo. Come on, let's boot. Come on. Okay. Looks like regular boot. Amp. Come on. Alright, we're back charging. And we got a boot screen. Wow. Alright. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, obviously it's on silent too, so. But yeah, I have to go through and test everything. Some SIM cards out of it. I'll put the customer SIM card in there and everything. But yeah, look at it. We got a boot screen. We got us a working iPhone. All just because of a little small capacitor shorting out. Stopping could be up to $1,000 to $1,500 iPhone at the time. Stopping the iPhone from powering up, just a little itty bitty capacitor. Which I thought it was the audio IC, but it was just best to pull off the audio IC because that was getting cherried up. I couldn't see what the capacitors are, but after taking the audio IC off, I injected voltage into that cap rail system on the positive side, knowing that the negative side, you know, not knowing which one it was, but my meter ended up telling me just because I was already that pat the ground. So by injecting voltage into the cap, we moved up to that little cap, and I was able to determine between all those three big caps, which it was the center one, and that was the cause of the phone from not booting up. But yeah, nice little find, you know, and it was all possible just with the infrared camera. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys get a chance, give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.